they're a lot farther ahead on offense. But the defensive guys, we're competing every day. We're getting better. I've seen some improvement. Kids are playing fast. We got a bunch of guys learning a bunch of different things, techniques, fundamentals, fronts, coverages. We try to keep it pretty simple, just to build a base, build a foundation, and after 3 days, it's a work in progress.
How nice is it to actually get to coach these guys live and in person as opposed to having to kind of read from afar?
It's good. It's good because you get tired of people asking you about the team, what position you're going to play guys, and in reality you don't know until you get around them and watch them actually compete, and compete in whether they're live situations or not, they're full speed situations. So you get to see how guys react when they get tired. Obviously going against an up tempo offense, they got to think quickly. So it's been fun to be out on the practice field with them.
Are they adjusting to what you want them to do quickly?
Kids are kids, and it's just like training your own kids at home. It takes time, and they're fine. They're willing and eager to learn. Had no problems. Guys asking questions, guys improving and trying to learn. So we got 12 more this spring, and we'll take advantage of each one of them.
Did it just jump out to you right off the bat? Hey, that's a pleasant surprise.
After 3 days, two in shorts and one in pads. I'd rather not throw names out there right now. Some guys are what I thought they were, and some guys are better, and some guys have to improve. So as a whole, I've been pleased, but at the same time, going against Coach Kingsbury and Coach Morris in that offense, it's hard and it's a challenge every day. But kids are competing, and that's all you can ask for.
It's kind of as far as getting all the stuff you want to get installed with kind of your base packages. What's kind of your timeline on how long you want to kind of take to get all that done?
I'm not going to keep installing things until we build a foundation and build a base. And it'd be easy to go out there and put in 5 blitzes and blitz every snap. But to me, that doesn't give you anything to fall back on when things get tough. And we're trying to build a base run defense where we can line up against formations other than our spread offense, and it makes it hard because you're going against 2 or 3 offenses in practice every day. But it is what it is, and playing defense in college football, you have to. So the kids have been working hard, and we'll continue to do that.
What kind of a culture have you tried to build here?
I'm just trying to build a foundation of playing sound fundamental defense. Guys being in their proper gaps and knowing their responsibilities and executing them. That way you can make adjustments. When you play some of these fancy defenses where guys are moving and stunting and blitzing all the time, you don't always have an answer for what goes wrong during the course of a game. We'll have an answer because we have a system now. Obviously, we got to teach that system, which starts from ground zero, and like I said, we're 3 days into that system. So we'll keep pounding, keep grinding, and we'll get there eventually.
Obviously did some good things at times, especially late down the year, but is kind of the most important thing for him this spring to find consistency, just kind of overall?
Yeah, 100%. Talk about it all the time. Just not making the big play, but being consistent. And they're well aware of their flaws last year and how many passes we've dropped, and some chances that we had and we didn't make plays on it. And so that's why we're practicing extra hard right now. I think that kind of gives you a false sense of reality, like the bowl game did last year for us. And we're fine tuning it right now, and Coach Chev and I get to spend more one-on-one time with them, splitting them up. So it's been positive so far, and really helping these guys to work on their individual technique. So there's a bunch of guys that have made some plays, and but they got to continue to step up, and when the ball's in their court, they got to make plays.
Have you seen a different mindset from your receivers from this year to last year coming into spring camp?
Yeah, I think so, and more so the whole football team. I mean, they know it wasn't acceptable as we do, so they're working harder right now. And the one positive I've seen so far as a receiver standpoint is if we've had some leaders now. Jakeem Grant stepped into a role now where he's vocal with these guys. Ian Sadler's played around here; he's being vocal with them. Devin Lauderdale's night and day where he was a year ago right now, as far as just knowing how to practice and really working hard and straining his body and competing every day in practice. So, yeah, absolutely.
Where's a guy like Cam Batson kind of at right now?
Yeah, he's right behind Jakeem Grant, so he's getting reps with our twos, and he goes in all of our empty and lucky packages where we have 5 receivers on the field. So Cam's a guy, him and Ian, you can really tell, they weren't ready to play last year. Kind of had to throw them in the fire. It's where we were. You'll probably see similar thing when we bring 6 guys in this next year, and we're going to throw them in the fire and see if they can be some solid backups. But really, really happy with our top 4 right now. And then Dylan Kentrell and Cameron Batson and Brad Pearson are all really solid backups right now. So still trying to find a guy at X. And Jaden High is a kid from Hereford, Texas that's, he's caught more balls so far this spring than anybody out there. So it's been fun to watch him progress and make some play.
Is he kind of like Jordan Davis in that sense in terms of just catches everything and uber reliable?
No doubt, and he knows multiple positions, which has really paid off well for him. He's been able to step in there and play different positions. So right now he's backing up Devin at X, and we're trying to keep him in that one spot. But he's been super impressive, even in one-on-ones against some of our better corners. I mean, he's had some great days. So it's been fun to watch him compete and make some plays.
So you're kind of playing Dylan at Z right now?
Yep, him and Reg know that it's a competition every day. One will start one day, and the next one starts the next day. So both of those kids, had some really high highs last year and some really low lows. So, we're looking for someone to step up and take the job, and they're competing their butts off right now.
Out of the receiving core, who do you think has just made the biggest stride from the end of last season to this point right now in the spring?
Yeah, I mean a lot of them, but probably Reginald Davis right now as far as what he's practicing and where he was the last game against Baylor. Devin Lauderdale played really well at the end of the year. Jakeem had a good game. Ian played well late. Reg was a guy that, and he knows too, and his mindset's a lot different right now, and he's attacking every day, and I've been really pleasantly surprised with the way he's competing.